the boss type. If I was Tina Turner, nigga, I'd have off day. I would've off day. I'm the boss type. I just scored 10K like I'm boss life. I ain't no worker, baby, you know I'm the boss type. It's heavy, baby, I don't talk like. Hey, I'm a icy motherfucker, I got frostbite. If I was Tina Turner, nigga, I'd have off day. I talk money, that's what I talk like. Oh, you a pussy while you come into a dog fight. I don't work before I go in, I'm more bite. I need a nasty ass nigga who go all night. Big boss type of me, him a boss wife. He gon' get it if I want, you gotta ask. Son like my daddy, bitch, that's what I floss like. I don't play with kids, ho, go to your room. I'm a motherfucking boss, a tycoon. I never fuck a sucker, pussy only for a goon. Big bag on me, I can buy the whole room. Original bad bitch, I feel like I'm Sailor Moon. I'm working on my temper, still got a short fuse. Trucking mad money, so I'm really hella rude. Pretty, never bougie, I just got an attitude. That bitch and I'm that nigga, basically I'm that dude. A badass bitch, and I like to break the rule. Word to bugs for the winter, we ride around in cruise. Real boss shit, we hanging all out the roof. Bitch.
Alley oop me the rock, so watch the little nigga blow. And if you pass me the Glock, then you gon' see a body fall. Only online shot, cause I done blew through the mall. And every time that they flop, I stood tall through it all. It's 10-piece, baby, I'm known for taking niggas balls. Got your bitch washing drawers, she sucking dick and licking balls. Say she down for the car, she let me fuck me and my dog. And every time that I call, she throw that pussy like a ball. And she don't want a script, she want the boss type. Live a boss life. Yeah, I'm super fly, so I walk like. Dripping on these niggas, I'm in off-white. And she don't want a script, she want the boss type. Baby.
He said, dripping on these niggas, I'm in off-white.
Live a boss life. She down for the car, she let me fuck me and my dog. And every time that I call, she throw that pussy like a ball. And she don't want a script, she want the boss type. Baby, fuck with me and live a boss life. Yeah, I'm super fly, so I walk like. Dripping on these niggas, I'm in off-white. And she don't want a script, she want the boss type. Baby, fuck with me and live a boss life. Yeah, I'm super fly, so I walk like. Dripping on these niggas, I'm in off-white. I'm in off-white. I'm in off-white.
Nigga, this Clue Dog and Sugar Frizzle, nigga. Dungeon.
Shalom.
Bitch, we got way more gang than a little bit. And nigga, so what? Nigga, just quit bragging on that usual. Knowing all you wanna do is try to hit, but nigga tryna send that. How bitch gon' change me? Bitch, I was born like this, ho. Shut up, motherfucker. Now, see, first of all, man, y'all niggas got these hoes here so twisted up and been out of shape. I decided to have a little church with y'all.
All right. Enough of that funky shit. Enough of that gangster shit. I see we got kids in the chat. All right. What's up, Donnie? What's up, Chris? So check this out. Sometimes when I make a smoothie, I throw the whole goddamn apple in the damn blender. Seeds, stem, and all. I ain't got time to be cutting seeds. I just throw the whole apple in the blender. Fuck it. Okay, so what did I want to talk about? Okay. So we got this debate coming up between Garfield Reed of the Dagger Squad. Hold on. What up, real Shata? Hey, Uncle Suge, we not childish over here. That only works on your page. All that old joking and gay shit on your mind, it don't work over here. Go to your page with that shit. We're not childish over here. So nothing you say is going to be funny and nothing nobody cares about. Okay? Let's just get that out there. You say West Coast music always been pop-up. Yeah. So check it out. Garfield Reed has a debate coming up with Jabari. Right? Two people I only debated on Sonetta. That's Polite and Jabari, because I said I want the best. And Jabari is the best as far as being on Sonetta TV next to me. Okay? Wait a minute. Yeah, y'all son, I'm going to speak on that. Let me just write that down as a note, because Sonetta did go ham on them cats. For bullshitting, right? For bullshitting if it being biased. Let me write that down. Matter of fact, I need to call Sonetta. Okay, so check this out real quick. The debate is, I guess they got coming up, what is it? September sometime, right? Next month. Now, I've been watching all the lead up talk. I already know the topic and what they're going to talk about, right? The topic is key. On any debate, the topic is key. The topic is what's going to make you or break you. Let me tell y'all stupid ass niggas something. Who's riding with Garfield. And it's no problem if you like Garfield to win. Right? That's not a problem. But when you're riding with Garfield, like Sonetta said, you getting spanked also. So Ankh, Brother Reggie, all you cats who's spoon feeding Garfield any information, when Jabari spank his ass, that's your spanking too. And I need all you niggas to say, Jabari beat our ass. We're not going to be talking about is Jabari technically right. We're talking about who won the debate and put out the most profound points to make their point, right? Whether technically they're wrong or not when it comes to religious debates, right? Now, there was a religious debate years ago between Brother Polite and Captain Tazariak, right? I didn't like Polite then, but I still wasn't biased, right? So what y'all do is you get caught up on rooting for or claiming someone won who was on the opposite side of religion. Excuse me. Polite took the atheist stance, and Captain Tazariak took the religious stance. And I'm not Christian. I used to bang on religion. I don't do it no more. You've never seen me going in on religion, right? But I'm not even a Christian or Israelite, but Tazariak beat the brakes off of Polite. And it was because the topic, Polite couldn't have won with that topic. For those of y'all who remember the topic. Is the black woman God using the Bible or some bullshit or some other shit? The Bible bangs on women. Treats them as second class. In no way that I said Polite's about to get his ass spanked. So I'm rooting for Tazariak regardless if he doesn't have the same belief as me. Because I'm unbiased. Now check this out. Jabari Osase, and I'm going to tell you now, is going to beat the brakes off of Jabari. Excuse me. Jabari's going to beat the brakes off of fuck I'm making the video about on Garfield, without a doubt. It's going to be so bad Jabari needs to be arrested for child abuse. It's going to be child abuse. It's going to be a blowout. And I'm trying to tell you, I've told you guys this before. You guys cannot beat and never have beat Pastor Bennett or Jabari when they was on stage on the debate. And let me tell you why. Because them two are smarter than the rest of you guys. Right? They do just like me. This is what you need to know. They won't even take a debate if it's a chance they will lose. Did you hear me? Jabari is not taking any debate unless the topic agrees with him and he feels he can totally destroy you, or he wouldn't take the debate. So once Jabari takes a debate, you already know he's going to smack up whoever it is, or he won't take it. It's just as simple as that. Jabari is smart, and he knows it's all about the topic. And that topic is Christianity stolen from ancient Egypt or something of that nature, is a basic topic that niggas in the conscious community and all the elders have been teaching and pushing for years, for decades. So it's easy for Jabari to manipulate a win with that topic. You would be dumb to think otherwise. Now, this is how a lot of y'all fuck up. You're gonna do what Chris Harris done, okay? And what everyone does, the only person who never does this is me, Jabari, and Pastor Bennett. And that is, the first round is usually always powerful for a good debater. Pastor Bennett's first round against Chris Harris was powerful. It was a first round knockout, I agree. It was over. He ended that debate in the first round. Didn't matter what else was said, debate was over, Bennett won, in my opinion, if you were listening. Because Jabari does the same thing. And this is what you got to understand. This is what you can't do, Garfield. I'm going to give your little dumbass some tips and some advice. You can't do what Chris Harris do, and you guys always do this, and this is why you lose. You can't get emotional. Not that you just can't get emotional. The first round is not for rebutting if you got good debate skills. That's where you fuck up. Person come out strong on the first round. They come out so strong, the person they debated feels the need to immediately try to save face. Immediately try to rebut some of that stuff he kicked in his first round, and that's how you fail. Rebutting early. You don't even need to worry about rebutting anything. Do like me, Jabari, and Pastor Bennett do. You make the first and second round a time where you prove your case. You prove your point. Once you get to trying to rebut some things he said, that's when you lose. That's when the clock is ticking and you're losing time. And you find yourself in a rut arguing his points in his opening round. And you didn't get off your points and make your point. Me and Jabari had a debate. If you guys want any fucking clues or how to get down, watch me and Jabari's debate. Chief X is the only one ever to be able to deal with Jabari and beat him. Just watch Chief X versus Jabari debate on spirituality, okay? First round come out, you got to be hitting, bam, 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 and making your points and making your case. Don't worry about what he said. Now, if you're profound in making your case, you got the debate because you're standing on truth and you're stating your case. Once you arguing his case, you're out of control, you're emotional, you're an emotional wreck, you're losing time, and you, all this time, in this whole 30 days or however long it's been that you've been preparing yourself for this debate, a lot of that stuff goes out the window because you got emotional and you began to rebut shit instead of just make your point. It's simple, right? So I'm listening to Garfield live stream today, And they're basically talking about the debate and what's going to happen and this and this and that. And this is what's going to happen. Garfield's going to make it simple. You can easily correlate a lot of that Christianity and ancient Egypt shit. You can easily correlate it and make a basic person, the audience, that is really not that educated, believe you, and you can get a win. See, Garfield is going to be too technical, which may lead up to being boring, and you're not making profound points. You need to make it basic as possible, Garfield, and I'm giving you tips. You need to make it basic and plain as possible. Don't get to running off at the mouth all these strange European scholars' names and shit nobody ever heard of, and talking about such and such a scholar on Christianity who said this in the book. You're going to get too technical and lose the people. This is a debate where you have to be basic and profound to win. And that's just what Jabar is going to do. He's debated this topic 100 times already. It's his life, what he does. The title is Jabari's Job, if you didn't know. One second before I go on. Yeah, see, Craig Smith said, Garfield just isn't witty and assertive enough to win against Jabar. He's not. He'll get emotional, and Jabari is witty. Jabari knows how to tap your emotions, which Garfield never learned how to do. I can tap your emotions with raw truth. See, a lot of people have to manipulate shit to do it and cater to your racist emotions and say, yeah, the white man, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the white man did do that. Yeah, they are black. And you get into this racial thing and you're all caught up. Jabari's going to use that too. So I was listening to Garfield's show a little bit today, and I happened to listen when Sheffrin called in. Sheffrin of the Pseudo Killers. Sheffrin and Corey of the Pseudo Killers, about the only real ones out here. That's just being raw and truthful and don't give a fuck about pissing nobody off. Them two are the only ones. Everyone else is sugarcoating and lying. So Sheffrin called in because he praised you, Garfield, because at one point in your discussion today, you took the gloves off. And what he said is so fucking true. You're going to have to take the gloves off and be basic with Jabari. You're going to have to attack him, the conscious community, and the teachers, and not be nice and soft with it. You're going to have to comfort Dr. Ben, just like you did a little bit today. If you're holding back, if you're fighting with gloves on, you're going to lose. This is a bare knuckle match, Garfield. Chef one was right. This is a bare knuckle match. You're going to have to get raw and real. So, there's a lot of people. See, Chief X got everybody talking about non-black Egypt and is Egypt black or not nowadays. Nobody was having these conversations until I made my video last year called Black Egypt Debunked. I had to come for the teacher of the bullshit and the origins of people claiming that Egyptians is black. And that was the elders. Just like in court, you're going to have to make the witness seem like they full of shit. You're going to have to come for Dr. Ben if you want to win. And prove that these cats' teachers was wrong. Crazy, into pseudoscience, non-credentialed, all that shit. You're going to have to touch it. So me and Garfield agrees with me. My Black Egypt debunked, Garfield 100% agrees with me. Garfield knows Egypt wasn't black, but he only hints at it. He doesn't just flat out fucking say it. He wants to flat out say it so bad. Oh, Garfield just hints around. Garfield 100% agrees with Chief X that ancient Egypt was built up of people who are biologically West Asian. We've proven this. King Tut, Queen T, their all origins are West Asian, their biological origins. DNA don't lie, niggas do. Math don't lie, niggas do. Right? Garfield knows this. But he doesn't do it because he doesn't want to seem like he's in line with Chief X. But he almost done it a few times. You guys... But Garfield agrees with me 100%. He needs to just go ahead and fall in line and say, hey, y'all, Chief X is right as fuck about everything. Chief X got y'all having all these conversations, you know what I mean? And I 100% agree with Chief X because he proved himself. Garfield really want to say. But since we beefing, he can't say that. Since we beefing, he got to fake it like he's just not going to go hard. So, because he got to side a little bit with Ankh. He got to side a little bit with Reggie. He got to side a little bit with Asar. He got to call them, but he doesn't agree with these cats. But he does it to stay in the go along, get along game. I don't give a fuck about the go along, get along game. All them motherfuckers can kiss my ass. I don't make no money off you cats. Right? So I'll go hard and don't give a fuck. But Garfield don't go as hard. But this debate, Garfield, you got to go hard and take the gloves off to fuck with Jabari. Yes, indeedy. Now, Sarnetter was checking these cats today. And you got Garfield, Unc, and Reggie trying to kiki with each other and co-sign each other. And they don't agree the same. But the only thing these three agree on is all three of them don't like Jabari. All three of them are jealous of Jabari. All three of them want to see Jabari lose so bad, they'll jerk each other's chain knowing they don't agree with each other. Jabari steadily shooting at Dr. Ben in front of Reggie, and Reggie know it, but Jabari don't want to go hard. Reggie don't want to start no beef with him because they feeding him for the debate, and they he know Reggie's a Dr. Ben clone, but he'll get on Jabari. And they'll give all the other elders a pass, and all the other elders were the same as fucking Jabari. No big difference. Except Jabar tries to make it a religion, and he has to have a meeting every Sunday, and he has a shrine, he calls it. You know, he has church every Sunday, basically, teaching comedic BS. And they don't like that. Jabar is a student of Dr. Ben. Reggie, you know that. You guys will take any and every opportunity to gangbang on Jabari out of jealousy and hate. Jabari can say 1 + 1 = 2, and because you niggas is so envious and jealous and hateful and such habitual liars, you'll act like it don't. I be watching all you fake ass niggas, man. You niggas is fake when it comes to Jabari. How? You got Jabari's name in your motherfucking mouth and hating on him, but sitting up here, Garfield calling Brother Polite the GOAT. I'm like, oh, these niggas is sick. Ankh calls Brother Polite his boy. Niggas a full-blown pedophile, scammer, all into pseudoscience. The same nigga that was saying 5G causes corona. The same nigga they knew who had a affinity for little teenage girls years ago. See, I'm a street nigga. All these cats claim to be street niggas, but act like they can't read polite and didn't know he has a proclivity for underage girls and playing dumb and shit. How are y'all banging on him and never touch polite? It's confusing to me. Fake nigga shit. Fake nigga shit. Oh, well, we're not saying nothing. Well, we're going to wait for the trial, the case to be over, and for the judge to actually, bam, hit the motherfucking gavel on the wood and say guilty. We waiting for all that. And then we might say something about polite. You fake ass motherfuckers. Full of shit. This is why I don't fuck with you niggas like that. The conscious community full of shit. It's because you're jealous and envious of Jabari. And it is what it is. You guys have been that way. It is so obvious everybody sees it. And, hey, the pseudo killers are the only people. Listen, this community is made of thousands of people. And the pseudo killers, specifically only Chevron and Corey and Sosa a little bit. He's a pseudo enabler sometimes, but I'm going to throw Sosa in it too. Are the only ones being real because they stopped giving a fuck. I've influenced them. So they stopped giving a fuck. They want the truth. They don't care about being in the get along gang or none of that shit. Right? So only they gonna keep it real with you. Everybody else is gonna sugarcoat these elders. Help the elders lie. Because everybody really, like all the cats, Garfield, they all have been clout chasing to be the next Dr. Ben or the next John Henry Clark and trying to be popular and trying to be some kind of conscious celebrity. This is all their goals. Let me tell you, this is their goals, trust me. Because I've been in it from the beginning with these niggas. We just have different motives and agendas, but I've been in the beginning. I know these niggas. And it never panned out. Everybody was all in a competition. Sarah, Sudan, Sadie, and here come later on Young Pharaoh, Garfield, the Amazon Squad. Everybody has been, for decades, has been jockeying to try to be the next conscious celebrity and that everybody look up to them and think they fucking smart and sharp. That's what it's been about. And they failed. Because a lot of them don't have that swag. A lot of them always chasing clout. I mean, like, nigga told me I'm chasing clout. I said, how? I ain't tried to join none of y'all cliques. You don't see me on all these platforms. Even when these niggas wasn't mad at me, I wasn't on all these platforms. Like, Shine said, oh, she faced clout chasing. Shine, stop this shit. You want to be Maasai Warrior Clan. You want to be Sesh Metaneta. You want to be Kofi Paisai. You want to be Amin Ra Squad. This is called clout chasing. Niggas be having TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I only got Facebook and YouTube. I'm not none of these fucking groups. I wasn't the type. Because niggas know I'm a loose cannon. And I might bang on you if you come with that bullshit. Niggas have always known Chief X ain't with that bullshit. That's the problem. Now we can't let Chief X in. He ain't with that bullshit. So no, he's not a go along, get along gang kind of guy. So now we can't. Matter of fact, we got to remove Chief X from the motherfucking conversation. We're gonna act like he ain't debunked Black Egypt. We're gonna act like all these combos we having isn't influenced by Chief X. As a matter of fact, we're not gonna even say his name to relate him to anything, because we don't want him to go down as the nigga who debunked Black Egypt after 40 years of the bullshit. The nigga that proved that Moors weren't black folk after 40 years of the bullshit. The nigga who exposed all these fake ass leaders, charlatans, and frauds. Hey, pseudo killers, that's your name. So Ankh and all y'all, I need y'all banging on pseudos. Who's the pseudos in the community? Damn near the entire Sonetter studio stable is the frauds and pseudos. Red and Blue Pill, Minister Inky, Ali Muhammad, Brother Jabari to an extent, but I'm less mad at him. He's not like a scammer, in my opinion. He may teach some misinformation, but he's not a scammer. Okay? Polite. The entire stable over there are pseudos, and y'all leaving them alone just to fuck with Jabari? You supposed to be pseudo killing. You supposed to be pseudo hunting. What happened? Who was the one who was banging on? And I got a video on each of these motherfuckers exposing them. Layla Africa. Fuck out of here. Dr. Sabi. Queen Afua. Fraudulent. All of these niggas got death and blood on their hands. Because niggas have died and gotten sick listening to their bullshit health information. Oh, it's many people to come for. And y'all quiet. Worried about Jabari, who's actually a good moral individual, in my opinion. Jabari has great morals, and he doesn't display any bad behavior, in my opinion. That's why he's the GOAT. And he's smarter. And I'm telling y'all, come September, I don't know why Garfield took this debate and is going to embarrass himself in front of thousands of people like that. He's embarrassed himself before Jabari spanked his ass. I don't get it. They feel that if they defeat Jabari, then people are going to say, they're the GOAT. They're the greatest debater. So Jabari is like, if I get Jabari, I can reach this status of being the GOAT and the best debater. Nigga, that status is only mine. Who won the Sonetter games? Sonetter had Sonetter TV Awards. And gave the award to Polite for the best debater. Who spanked Polite besides Chief X? Who spanked Jabari? Yeah, you better put some respect on my goddamn name and listen to what I'm telling you. Hold on. Let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, we say Inky pushing that sea moss. Sitting there, I told Sonetter, don't let Inky back on your show. We only gave Inky a reprieve so he can expose Polite. He on there talking about sea moss and shit. Sea moss is trash. Sea moss is one of the most overrated health fads, and next is moringa. And I sell moringa. And I'm telling you, moringa ain't shit. That's how real a nigga is. Fuck you talking about? But it's in a store, so it sells in the store. So I said, but I don't market moringa to y'all niggas. And I tell you, moringa ain't shit. What you say, Daryl Blue? Rob Warren, true story, and nice. Now, I'm not going to hate on Rob Warren, True Storian. True Storian is great with the information. They may have a little uppity attitude and shit. And, you know, I don't trust them. No motherfucker, I can't literally see when they're talking. And then sometimes they act a little uppity and better than shit. But True Storian kicks some good information. Rob Bourne do too a little bit, but Rob Bourne suffers from a little bit of mental health issues, so I can't take him serious. Rob Bourne is angry at the world. He's a liar too. So Rob Bourne probably listened to me. He came for me, so I'm forever banging on all these niggas until they apologize. Rob Bourne came for me. Fake ass physical trainer. Nigga ain't got no credentials and no kind of physical training. He's not a trainer. He can't work for any gym training. He finds clients outside the gym and begs them to train, and they may throw him a dime. But he rarely does that. He's a hobo. You know what a hobo is? Every time you see the nigga, you'll see him with a backpack in the streets. Because a lot of these cats don't have their own place. They don't have their own room where they can kick it. Like, look. This is my own room and space. This is my, what that say? The man cave. This is my space. Because I can pay my own rent. I got a job or a business. Like Reggie sitting here begging for people to cash app him on other people's platform. How many times they gonna get this nigga Reggie charity? He over there on Garfield's begging for cash app and charity, talking about I ain't got no job and shit. You don't. I'm tired of Reggie lying his ass off too. Man, this is a rant about all kind of shit. Let me just continue on. Reggie, I'm tired of you making up shit. Matter of fact, you're the one that got the conscious community all caught up in this cult. You are a major figure that got black conscious folk in a cult. Because you've been co-signing all this bullshit the elders been saying, nigga. Reggie, I know you proved you had a bachelor's degree. You got that bachelor's degree before there was computers and the internet. Your computer degree is no good. And I always say, why Reggie? I've known Reggie I said, why Reggie ain't got no job or no business? And I seen this nigga talking for 20 years. I've never known him to have a job or business. But these are y'all teachers and master teachers and people y'all look up to. Weird. Conscious community, weird. The degree you had, it was computer science. You couldn't even get a job today because what you learned was before there was any real computers and the internet. It wasn't even a YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, your degree is no good. It's trash. You might as well say you don't have one. So you're not qualified. You're not credentialed in nothing regarding history. Like, y'all look up to, like, bums. Like, these cats be just like bums. And I'm going in on you, Reggie, because I've listened to you for the last several days make up lies. And I heard you say our culture when you were talking about Egypt twice today. You slipped up. Usually you're not that sloppy. But I got these video queued up on these different minutes. And I got, Garfield, your stream was juicy today. The first stream you did, Garfield, you shut down. Why you shut it down and remove it? It was a good stream. I'm going to tell you why. Because Garfield gave away the information that he's going to be saying at the debate. Garfield this one dude was spanking Garfield today. Garfield got so emotional, he queued up the shit he's going to have for the debate. He showed Sarah Seti, Pharaoh, Dr. Ben, and a couple other elders saying the exact same thing about the Immaculate Conception and Virgin Birth. I said, Garfield was going to use that in his debate. He done gave Jabari all kind of clues if Jabari was paying attention. That's why he took the video down. It wasn't because people were disrespecting each other. That's normal. Nigga, Garfield was disrespecting people. He took it down because he realized he gave up too much of his debate information being emotional today. He wanted to show people what the immaculate conception really means. And got so emotional that he gave it up. So that's why he took it down. Don't believe all that bullshit talking about disrespect. Let me read some comments. Hold on. I ain't finished. I'm in a ranting mood today. Hold on. Oh, let me get to the part with Sa. Sa, let us clearly see you assholes being biased. Yeah, he do. He asked you, Dr. Ben, he said Dr. Ben believes the same thing, Reggie. Why are you not getting on Dr. Ben? Dr. Ben has said the same exact thing of 99% of the shit Dr. Reggie, and Jabari say. But they worship Dr. Ben. Sarnetta was pulling y'all cars today. I should have wrote down the shit he was saying, but Sarnetta made some great points and exposed y'all bias. Big time. And y'all sitting here trying to argue on the same page with each other, and you guys don't even agree with each other. I mean, it'd be so fake. The only thing y'all agree on is you dislike Jabari the same. You said, Mark Daniels, Chief X, whatever happened to Herman Smalls? Last we saw him, Saw asked how he was going to pay him back some money he owed. Never heard or seen him. I don't know what... Herman Smalls was the buff, dark-skinned dude that be in New York. I don't know what happened to the cat. That nigga has mental problems. His damn self. I'm telling you, a lot of these cats have mental problems that y'all be looking up to. Conscious community is full of teachers who are fucking nutcases. But I don't know what happened to Herman Smalls. He probably fell off. A lot of these cats was control freaks, and sometimes Sarnetta was like, nah, man, I don't want you doing this interview, and nah, man, don't do that. And they fall out and get mad with each other and, stop fucking with him. Neptune Lagoon, what's that? He said his job is lying. Show is. Reggie knows a lot more than people think. Reggie should say a lot more than he does. I was watching Reggie went on the rant today, and I thought I heard myself talking for a minute. Reggie psychologically knows the games that everybody plays. But he holds back. Because Reggie will feel less than important and has nobody will look to him for anything if the subject of Egypt is not talked about. He don't know shit about West Central Africa. It's not like he has a lot of common sense about life or women and families and shit. And he's steadily talking about how his son's in some kind of med school, but Reggie didn't raise his son. It's another story. Talking about how he's a student of whoever and whoever. You're a student of subpar teachers. That's what Reggie's a student of. Say you got 10 Egyptologists. Let's just say you got 100 Egyptologists in the world. And you're ranking them on far as their knowledge of ancient Egypt. Say Dr. Ben is one of these 100. Dr. Ben would probably be be one of the dumbest of all Egyptologists. The one with the least information. Dr. Ben's Egyptology information is trash compared to other Egyptologists. They know way more than him. So y'all's teachers were subpar teachers, meaning you guys got a subpar and wrong education that you've been spewing for 30 years. This is I never said today. Anybody can be a student of them. As long as you sat there and listened to their fucking lecture, you're a student of theirs. Anybody can haphazardly and willy-nilly just throw a term out there, I'm a student. First of all, these niggas didn't even really teach in a classroom like that for you to be their student, and you weren't enrolled in their class. You listen to them lecture, just like I have. I've heard just about every Dr. Ben lecture, because it's on YouTube. The same, I heard him just as much as you heard him. You niggas ain't got no special connection to Dr. Ben like that. He never gave a fuck about you guys like that. All he did was cared about getting that money for your tour to Egypt and teaching you niggas West Asian and North African history. Didn't ever teach you a lick of your own history. He detached himself. He said he ain't even Western Central African. He's a fucking liar, he is. He said he ain't even Western Central African. Nigga, he said he's Ethiopian and Puerto Rican. You know this nigga ain't nothing Native American about this nigga. Ain't nothing Ethiopian about the nigga. He's straight Congo, West Central Africa, just like me and you. So y'all teachers was trash. I'm sorry. So Garfield, you're going to have to take the gloves off just like Sheffrin said. And go hard. You're going to have to attack Dr. Ben. All them videos you lined up and played on accident today because you was emotional, you got to hone down in on that and show the evolution, how this was passed down to him, and how this was passed down to him, and that's how everybody parroting the same old bullshit lies today. You got to hone down on that. You was right on that, Garfield. You was right. So everybody it's been a big old cult, and everybody passed down the same bullshit and the same lies. Guess what's going on? This debate is basically I got 42 people listening to me. Ain't that nothing? I'm popular today. Look here. This debate is the same thing as the Kemet on trial debate. Guess what I said? Both sides is wrong. Both sides is lying their ass off. Because guess what? The Kemet on trial wasn't none of you niggas, ain't none of you niggas Israelites. None of you niggas come from that area as far as biological origins. And none of you niggas come from North Africa as far as biological origins. It's like Chinese people arguing with Samoan people about Pakistani people. That's what the fuck y'all is doing. Imagine that. Chinese people and Pakistani people arguing with each other about who is Egyptian. Neither one of you niggas is Egyptian or Israelites, really. Let me tell you why. It's the same reason Sonetta ain't responded to my challenge. Ain't none of these niggas answered this same challenge yet. And this challenge goes for the motherfucking Hebrews and Egyptomaniacs. Both of you niggas. I'm having no mercy on either one of you camps, right? This is a challenge to Sonetta, any Hebrew Israelite on the planet, any Egyptomaniac on the planet, any Egyptologist on the planet, any human being on the planet, whether they're black or white, I don't give a damn. This is a challenge for you. But I'm directing it to Sonetta, Hebrew Israelites, Reggie, and all these Egyptomaniacs. Still, same shit goes. There are no black Negroid tribes that were ever in the history of mankind indigenous to anywhere in North Africa, the Levant, the Caucasus, and West Asia, Mesopotamia area. None. No black, no Negroid, ever in the history of mankind was indigenous to them lands. Therefore, none of you niggas can be Egyptian, and none of you niggas can be Hebrew Israelites. They weren't your people. They were all straight black hair people. They were all Mediterranean people. And you niggas ain't Mediterranean. You niggas are below the Sahara. You niggas is tropical, nappy-headed Africans just like me. And matter of fact, if you want to be real about it, this might hurt. But sub-Saharan Africans have the youngest old skeletal remains found. Ancillary, man. You niggas is new humans. And everybody think they ancient and shit. No, you niggas is new humans. Look up Ancillary man. That's who you niggas descend from. Yep. All that migrating in and out of Africa. Hear them North Africans. Same motherfuckers that came out, say, them people who came out the Sahara when it dried up, where it said they went, migrated north when that shit dried up. This is what the science says. So all you got to do is look and see who's in North Africa. Oh, wasn't you. Right? So, none of you black Americans, who's going to be at the debate, is black Americans. None of you black Americans are from North Africa or the Levant. And never were. You cannot name one tribe that originated in that area who's of Negroid stock. Get y'all black asses back to sub-Saharan Africa where you belong. This is why you'll never have a debate where anybody talking about anything in sub-Saharan Africa. I'm talking this shit, but I barely know about sub-Saharan Africa. I've been there. I went there for my 50th birthday. Yep. Hold on. So this turned into more than a debate preview. Let me just read some comments real quick. Armchair Philosopher said, Chief X, would you debate Nepal? Nobody else wants to. No, I would not, Armchair Philosopher. Nepal would tear my ass up. Because I don't know the Bible like that. All I would do was just use some common sense logic type shit. I'm not that in-depth in Christianity and the Bible. I'm just a brother who grew up in church. And I don't bash my mama religion. That's just me, though. Chris Connors, I didn't see Tahuti and Jabari debate, but I keep hearing Tahuti did spank him. I'm going to have to go check that out. Yeah, so to this day, it's been a year since I made that challenge. I made a video. Sonetta just ignores it. Like he sees every video. He ignores it. He hadn't seen it. All the Egyptomaniacs ignore it. Like it's not a challenge. I said, name this one Negro tribe in 6,000 years who ever lived and was indigenous to North Africa. They can't. Nobody has named this tribe, this group of people yet. Why isn't that talked about? They don't even want to bring that challenge up. It's so scary. Because that would mean in Sonetta's whole entire stable, and every man he's had on his program has been wrong. That's a Hebrew Israelite channel now. They ain't talking about Hebrew Israelite shit in the Bible, they're talking about Egypt. That means everybody talking about Egypt and Hebrew Israelite shit is wrong. It's not your culture. You black Americans have never, ever had a discussion on Sonetta TV just strictly about your people and your history and your culture. I mean, you have, but I'm just, in general, you haven't. Think about this. What subgroup or what race of people have never really don't even have discussions about their own history? I'm telling you, I'm laughing, but this shit is like for real. Like, this is serious. Niggas is so backwards, they took on comedic names. I did too. I got on comedic tattoos and shit. I was sick. I was a cult member. Hey, I'm still the God Best though. Don't get that twisted. Best was an outside of Egypt deity. Yeah, like everybody's wrong. It's crazy. I made a video talking about the geography of Africa, right? And Thomas Sowell was explaining. And I really didn't understand this like last year. It never hit me or clicked until someone really broke down the geography and how sub-Saharan Africans are landlocked, basically. And we're cut off from the rest of the world. So nobody teaches like this, but a person into geography will tell you. I didn't know the land besides Nigeria and Uganda, the soil is horrible. Uganda in Nigeria has the best soil in Africa. Everything else is horrible. I used to say shit like I can spit on the ground in Africa and a tree will grow. That's how fertile it is. I used to think Africa was just everything with nothing wrong. He had the best everything. When I went to Ghana, I'm looking at this livestock. I'm like, damn, I can't eat no cow that fucking shrunk. These cows look like they were on crack in Ghana. I'm like, what is y'all talking about? The meat and shit is good. Them cows look so drawn up and like they were on crack, like they just didn't have nothing good to eat. I'm like, damn. But the first 2 days I was in Ghana, I was just throwing up. I can't wait to go back though. I love Ghana. Don't get it twisted. I threw up the first 2 days I was there. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just throwing up. I don't know why. Something didn't agree with me. But it's landlocked. So while other countries and nations and people were doing trade and doing business with each other, like the Mediterranean world, up there, all North Africa, they was just flowing and doing business with Europe and Asia and the rest of the world. I mean, everybody was exchanging ideas with each other and getting more intelligent and expanding in science and technology and shit like that. Same with Europe and Asia. Sub-Saharan Africans couldn't travel like that. They didn't have ships and boats like that. They had little canoes we can go around the shore. But they were cut off from the rest of the world. Only business they were really doing was giving up that goddamn gold and some slaves. The Mediterranean world didn't seek any knowledge from sub-Saharan Africa. I hear some people talking today. Egypt got its ideas from sub-Saharan Africa. Two niggas said that today on Garfield's show. I'm sitting here laughing like a motherfucker. The Mediterranean world, North Africans didn't want shit from y'all but fucking slaves and run them that gold and ivory. Other than that, fuck you. To them, that's what their mind was. You have nothing to offer. We can't learn and build up off of you. All them North African, they all had written languages before sub-Saharan Africa did. Ghana, even in the 1500s, didn't have a written language. All information about Ghana is from the Brits. What are you talking about? Now, this truth just needs to be said and told. I'm not ashamed of it. It's okay. There's poverty. There's lack of education every goddamn where. It just didn't happen over there. It's the geography of the place. They had done a documentation and a documentary on these Africans looking and hunting and foraging for food and trees. There's no fruit. Everything's dried up. I had to realize that where it doesn't rain, that means the soil's gonna be horrible. If you don't have if you're not in a country where rainfall is decent, your soil's not gonna be the greatest. What grows there is gonna be bare. Sub-Saharan Africa is fucked up. And nobody talks about these subjects of the geography. I'm not saying written language makes me more smarter. I'm not saying I want people to think that I'm saying they're smarter than us. I think all humans are all alike. We're 99.9% alike. It was just that science and technology reaches certain places last. Sometimes somebody has to be last as far as science and technology. Like even like this. Let me show you. I'm in Africa and I bought these machetes. I bought a bunch of machetes in Africa, and I was selling them. My Facebook friends know. I bought this in Ghana. They make these, right? It's a machete, great machete, and it has the jagged edges. If this goes up in a motherfucker and come out, it's tearing up all kind of shit, right? But when you look at the steel, not this one. Let me see if my other one has it. Hold on. It's on my other one. When you look at the steel, it all says, sometimes you'll see right here, steel from Britain, British steel, or something British company. I said all the steel they're using come from Brits. I'm at the Botanical Museum And one of the Ghanaian helpers said, this place is beautiful. I said, I'm saying it's beautiful. This place is beautiful. This museum, yeah. He said, anything of beauty in Ghana, the British built it. This is what he told me. I'm just saying, let me get away from that. That sun is fucking with me over there. Let me come over here. Right? He said, anything of beauty the British built. I said, damn. All this romanticization and wanting to be a part of something that you feel is sexy or sexier is the problem. Everybody don't want to be them. Plus, everybody gullible. So I'm supposed to be talking about a debate review, but I didn't went on all kind of other damn topics. So let me read a few comments. But B Money, you listen. B Money, I'm trying to tell you something. Go to my page and look at the video called "The Geography of Africa: What They Didn't Teach in School." Okay. It's on my page maybe about 8 months ago on my YouTube page. Agriculture and challenging geography forced people to adopt technology. Sub-Saharan Africa had bountiful food and water sources. Nope. Bro, everybody in the Mediterranean had better water sources than Sub-Saharan Africa and Europe. Okay, no, that's not true. It is not true. And the food is not true. The people were farming and doing better agriculture than Africa. A lot of Africa is still hunter-gatherers. Niggas is going out hunting for food. All in the Congo, the Hadza, they're hunting for food because they haven't. They just, I don't know if they had grown crops and done farming and agriculture and producing food where they ain't got to be hunting and shit like that. Keep a den of cows and goats and shit so you can, feed your people. Nope, it ain't that plentiful, bro. I know I know you want it to be and sound better than everybody else's, but nope, all these is bullshit lies we were miseducated about. Why did indigenous black men say the word Berber was created in 1732, according to Merriam-Webster? Why do people say stuff like that? Everything in word you use is new. Like people be like, oh, well, it wasn't called this back then. Like, all y'all speak English, okay? You speak your slave master's language. Right? Check this out. Nothing was called, no country was called what is called right now 5,000 years ago. Egypt wasn't called Egypt 5,000 years ago, but we still say Egypt. It's okay. Let me tell you why. Here's the thing I always should say. People must not have been listening to me. People in Africa 3,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, spoke different languages. Not one of them used the term Africa. North Africa was named Africa for North Africans. But what the Egyptians called their land, people 2,000 years before them called it something else. People 2,000 years before them called it something else. People 5,000 years before them called it something else. And keep going on and on and on and on. Nobody called it what people currently call it. Or whatever they currently called it 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, they didn't call it that. 20,000 years ago, they didn't call it what people called it 10,000. You see what I'm saying? Nothing was named what it is today back then. Get what I'm saying? So people need to stop saying that. Oh, they didn't call it this back then. Oh, they didn't. Stop doing that. We all speak English. You know, I used to claim I'm a Pan-African. I don't no more for my own personal reasons. Because Pan-Africanism is dead. Pan-Africanism died in the 60s. And if you think it hasn't died and is alive and that there are Pan-Africans walking around besides just claiming to be one, you tell me, when is the next Pan-African national meeting or international meeting? When was the last meeting of Pan-Africans in America or internationally? I'll wait. Because if they had a Pan-African meeting, Chief X would have been there. Just like they had a Black Power Awards, Chief X was there. They had RBG Family Weekend, Chief X was there. There is no Pan-African meetings. Niggas in Jamaica ain't thinking about what a nigga in let me see. What a cat Nambia is doing. You guys have different cultures, different lands, different way of thinking. Everything is different. Botswana is not doing what Ghana is doing. Ghana is not sharing its shit with Nambia. They don't give a fuck. There is no Pan-Africanism. Every country is on their own. And you, listen to me, are more than likely an American. When your ass plays sports and do well, you're going to represent America. You're going to go to the Olympics and you're going to have your American flag and you're going to run for America. You're going to compete in the NCAA Division I championships, the National American Championships. All that shit is over. The white man won. He won. The war is over. Every land has been taken over and militarized. It's over. So, only thing you guys have left is to join in the party. If you can't beat them, join them. This may sound like crazy to you, but it's the reality. America is going to be America, and it's going to be a melting pot for the rest until humanity is gone. It's what it is. This land has been conquered and colonized and built up, and that's the way it's going to stay. Sorry. You can't even go nowhere and start a nation. It's taken already. The earth has been populated. All land is bought and sold now. If you even try to go somewhere and start your own nation, all you're going to do is move to another nation who's already a nation. You ain't gonna start no nation within a nation. You niggas cannot have no nation within a nation. Long as you in America, you under the American jurisdiction, the jurisdiction of the government. And America has an army that is not just a white army, it's a multicultural army now. My grandpa was in it. I was in it. The president is black, was black. The attorney general, the top cop, was black. There's cities with black police chiefs and black mayors. It's over. We're American. You fall in line or do bad in life, period. The war is over, white folk won. Now, you can flood positions of power and maybe take over the current systems. Get a fucking education. Then you go get a job. Then you can be like my friend, LA County Fire Department chief. He said, hey, where's your son at, chief? I got him. My son's automatically can be a LA County fireman. But he on this football and some other stuff right now. I mean, you fall in line. Tell your kids to join the police force and become sheriff deputies and police. And you patrol your own neighborhoods. And look out for granny and auntie them. You niggas got to fall in line. This is the hard truth. You cannot and will not start another nation. You cannot and will not have a nation of your own. Nation Islam just running their mouth. Niggas ain't got a block since 1930. You know what? They do got a little block. Let me not say that. But they will never have a nation of their own. You can't. Brother Reggie run around here and I don't know why y'all sit here and co-sign this old fuckery shit. It just feel good talk. Brother Reggie running around here talking about a black city plan. It's 2022. I don't know if they told you, but we have a law called discrimination. Well, you can't have an all-black city. What if they wouldn't say all-white city plan? You guys would be pissed off if they said, we have a white city plan. You guys would be pissed off. Racist motherfucker. But you guys feel you can be racist. Anytime you want. You can be racist and you got the motherfucking carte blanche to be as racist as fuck. Nope. No, you don't. You can't have no black city plan. There's a law called no discrimination. You cannot tell some white person they cannot move in your neighborhood because this is a black city. What if a white boy told you, you can't move your black ass over here, nigga, this is a white city? It could never happen, stupid fucks. I don't know why you guys are patronizing and kikiing with him about that shit and just straight up tell the nigga. That shit is called discrimination and can never happen in 2022. Now, what you can do is, I don't know if y'all seen that documentary on Netflix. Hold on. What you can realistically do, and what is that with the Indian man? He was a cult leader, and they came to America, and they incorporated their own town by their own rules. Although they're still under jurisdiction of the United States government in that state. You can go to vacant, empty, vast, empty lands and incorporate your own town. You just can't call it the Black City. You can incorporate a town. Get to hiring people, your judges, your police departments and all that shit. And that could be a default black city. Although you have to know that anyone can move over there if they wanted to because you can't discriminate racially. Right. So there is segregation. But long as I got money in my pocket, I can buy a house anywhere I want, and so can any other race. So if someone was to push the envelope, you would fail trying to fight them. Anybody talking about a black city plan in 2022, their mind is living in the dark. You're living in La La Land. Jeremiah Judah, I didn't see that debate with Tahuti. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else. I didn't see the Tahuti Jabari debate, but y'all gonna make me watch it tonight. I thought Tahuti was on some pseudo stuff, but maybe I had the wrong Tahuti. Or I just wasn't familiar with him and didn't care to watch it. But since two people have been saying that, I'm going to watch the debate tonight and see who's this cat that spanked Jabari, people are saying. Yeah, Pan-Africanism. See, I have my own ideas and ways. I'm not going nowhere. Y'all's children ain't going nowhere. Your grandchildren ain't going no motherfucking where. Half y'all haven't, not half, 95% of y'all have never even been to Africa. And when you go, you're going to see that's not a place you can live. I love Ghana. I can't wait to go back. I can't live there, though. Man, my black ass is a spoiled American. Let me tell you why. If I break a leg, I want to right now be able to call 911 and an ambulance come pick my ass up, give me something for my pain, and take me to the nearest hospital and fix my shit. Go to a rural area in Ghana, get in a car accident and break your goddamn neck, and see if an ambulance come for your ass to take you to the hospital. See if an ambulance come for you to help take you to the hospital to put a cast on your broken leg. You'll be waiting forever. What you're going to have to do is get with the community, and maybe somebody in the community will shoot your ass to the hospital. Let your place of business catch on fire in Ghana. And you tell me if a fire department's coming to put your fire out for free. Nope. The neighbors gonna rally together and they're gonna be throwing some water and some sand on your shit to put your shit out. I'm in Ghana, I'm loving it. But also I'm a sports fan. I'm an NBA fanatic. I'm a UFC fight fan fanatic. And the UFC came on and the Laker game, some basketball games came on. And I'm sitting there like, God damn, I can't wait for the game to come on. I'm like, God damn it. I can't watch this game unless it's 3 or 4 in the fucking morning. And then it's not even on their TV. I gotta get some special cable to get all the Laker games and get all the UFC fights and get American TV. I'm fucking spoiled over here. It's midnight in Ghana. I'm at the hotel. You know how we sitting at home and shit, we get the munchies and get, you know what I mean, you get a sweet tooth and you want to get a snack and shit. Like I can hop in my car right now and go around the corner to the liquor store and buy anything I want. Get hungry in Ghana at midnight. You can't get up and go to the local the liquor store around the corner and get you a snack. Nope. You gotta wait till the morning to get you a meal. Or hit the stores in the morning. I'm just a spoiled black American. And when I went to Ghana, I realized how spoiled I am. How much of a brat I am and how much of a brat you niggas is. Complaining. You go to a place like when I was in the Navy, I went to the Philippines. Poverty around the Navy base. We walk off the ship. Over there you got a lot of biracial babies because over the years in the Philippines around the Navy base, you ain't got nothing but niggas and white boys who's been fucking them bitches for 100 years and leaving, going back to the States and having babies, right? So when I show up in Subic Bay, get off the ship, me and the homies, we're like, yeah. All these little mixed black and Filipino chicks. Fine as hell. Cooking and feed. Poverty like a motherfucker, though. So, when you've seen and been around and been amongst poverty in other nations, you really realize how spoiled you are. If I fell on hard times right now, I can go to the county building and get some food stamps and feed my goddamn self. Go to sub-Saharan Africa, lose your job, or fall on hard times. You asked out. There's no welfare. Government ain't giving you shit. Matter of fact, they skimming off the top. Kids in the orphanage don't get shit from the government. You think your broke, non-working ass gonna get something? You're gonna have to walk around and put a motherfucking sack on top of your head and start selling something. All you heifers, black heifers out here in America, you got to put something on your goddamn head and walk around and sell it. You ain't gonna do no prostituting. They ain't gonna allow you to do that. They been and slapped your ass up and took you to jail. So you're gonna have to find you a product to walk around in the hot sun for 10 and 12 hours and sell it to make some money and feed you and your family. Oh, we're not romanticizing right now, huh? We're not romanticizing. And I've told when I got back, I said, bet nobody better not go to Ghana unless you have a fixed income or an unfailable business. An unfailable business, meaning your business will never fail, meaning you'll always be okay. Meaning you won't need any assistance and have to put something on top of your head and sell it. And most of y'all, if y'all go to Ghana and lose your job, you're going to come running back to America for that safety net, nigga. You're going to come running back for that safety net of welfare, food stamps, and some money or some family and people to help you. Or like somebody retired on a fixed income. Yeah, you getting your pension sent to you or in the bank automatically anyway. So you're good. So moving to West Africa is for a retired person or a person with an unfailable business or you got an unfailable job. Other than that, you taking a motherfucking chance. Yeah, black Americans talking about they leaving America. Shit. Danny Love in Subic Bay. That's the name of the city I went to in the Philippines around the base. I had a ball in the Philippines. Let me tell you let me just tell you one party story. I was an operations specialist in the Navy. I had a good job because I did good on the test. So you get a good job if you could do good on the test. So I was an operations specialist. I'm up by the captain's mast on this amphib ship, and we went underway on the Westpac because we was going to Hong Kong, Japan, China, Philippines, all these places, Hawaii. They call it a Westpac, West Pacific, short form. So we said we're gonna have a party when we get to the Philippines. So for 2 months, everybody saved their paycheck. No, I'm sorry. For at least the whole 6 months, people put a part of their paycheck money aside to party and rent this spot out in the Philippines. Boy, when we hit the Philippines, my station department rented out an entire bar. I mean, it's one of them janky bars, but we had the bar to ourselves for 2 days straight. Everything in the bar or coming in the bar belonged to us. If any women coming in or out of the bar, they are women. So these women, this third world shit, right? These women is just dancing and entertaining us, right? And one lady was smoking a fucking cigarette and put the cigarette on her pussy and squeezed that motherfucker and start puffing the cigarette with her pussy. I said, God damn, this some third world shit. Another time, a chick had a bottle, right? Coke bottle. And had these quarters, or I don't know if they're $50 bills or quarters, just stacked up on this bottle like this. And she danced around and squatted over that bottle and all them quarters and picked up all that change with her pussy. And then she counted it out like cling, 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 cling. I said, God damn. Boy, y'all don't know nothing about the adventures. That's another story. I mean, me and my homie John, we both from LA. He from Rolling 60s. I was out here in LA. We was both in the Navy. How we get stationed on the same ship? We went out to the Philippines. No, this wasn't the Philippines. We went out in Korea and had a ball. We went so deep out and went away from the base and got lost in Korea. Then we got scared, right? So Korea, I don't know if y'all know, but close around the Navy base, there's a little poverty in Korea too. They have these beautiful Korean women sitting in glass windows like mannequins. You know how you see mannequins in the stores and they showing you what they got on and shit? Just like that. And it was 10 Korean women. And here we are walking by the windows, picking and choosing who we want. It's some hoeing shit, right? This is I went in the Navy in the late 80s, right? So I don't know what they're doing nowadays. But we window shopping for pussy. I want her. And here you pay a little money, here she come out, y'all go to some little room and shit. Right? And man, look. All I'm trying to tell you is you ain't been around poverty. You ain't traveled. You a spoiled black American and don't know how good you got it. Don't know how good you got it. What you say, B Money? It was in Busan, Korea. I forgot the name of the city, but that sounds about right. What you say? What you say, Indigenous Black Man Facts, G? Well, Donnie, you got a good fucking memory. The El Camino story. The story in the El Camino when I got kidnapped and shit. And with a knife and a gun and shit. I ain't gonna tell that story right now. But I got a shitload of war stories, bro. I might just do a video just strictly war stories because they're entertaining. And Donnie said, here comes the coochie story. But Navy, we partied. We say they party, drink like a sailor. Boy, we partied. That's all we did was party. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna tell some war stuff. But I remember where was we at? I think this was Korea too. We went so far off somewhere. And you know, in the military, you're not supposed to be smoking weed, but we wanted some weed this day. We found some merchant marine. A black motherfucker with dreadlocks in the middle of Korea with nobody else around. I'm like, and this cat happened to have fucking weed for us. I'm like, what are you doing out here? Come find out he was a merchant marine, right? And I used to say I'm going to be a merchant marine when I got the Navy. Merchant marines are people who work on merchant ships. They may assist the Navy ships. They may just be working on cargo ships, going out to sea, doing bullshit, whatever they do. But a lot of time they spend a lot of time at sea. They make good money. They got great job security and shit like that. And you travel, you go to different ports and shit like that. So it was this dreadlock Jamaican type dude in the middle of Korea around nobody but Korean people. And me and my partner, John, just happened to wander off to where he was at. You got some weed, man? He had some weed, gave us some weed. I don't know where he was just out in the town. You know, some people are just loners and just do their own thing, like just like a what do you call it? A renaissance, not a renaissance man, just like a rustic man. You know what I mean? Just go out on your own mission and just. And he gave us some weed, and we used to wrap that shit up in a ball and all kind of places and stash it on the ship. Because if you got caught with some weed on the ship, your ass is in trouble. We say, B Money, I bought some hash oil in Hong Kong and we was dipping cigarettes, smoking on the aft. Look, man, it was fun. How old are you, B Money? I don't know how old you are, but I'm 52. But I know they changed a lot of rules in the Navy in my time from now to today. Oh, Westpac 88, you said. Okay. Yeah, I went on Westpac. Man, did we talk about this before, didn't we? Okay. Yeah, I went on the Westpac in 19. No, I went to the Navy in 87 at 17. Didn't go on the Westpac till maybe end of 88. 88 went on the Westpac. Yeah, see, a traveling man's a wise man. I've been on here an hour and 36 minutes. Back to the debate preview. Jabari's gonna beat the brakes off of Garfield. I'm not even worried. I already know this. Bad. And if Garfield is to win, you have to take the gloves off. You have to attack the teachers, and you have to go in on Black Egypt. You have to basically shake up the fucking crowd. Keep it basic, profound, and real. Because that's all Jabari's going to do. He's going to keep it basic, show you some basic correlations. Because the audience, Jabari understands that the audience isn't that intelligent. So being technical with this kind of audience of Sonetta crowd is not the way to go. Basic and profound is the way to go. Keeping it simple is the way to go. And all them cats still today arguing about Hebrew Israelitism and Egyptology. Egypt, Israel. Egypt, Israel. And you guys were neither one of them people. Y'all are arguing about another people's culture. Y'all are arguing, you guys are Black Americans arguing about two different Caucasian people's history and leaving your history alone. And niggas keep throwing these catchwords out there, like just stating plainly African. Well, these Africans and these Africans. They say Africa has the greatest biological diversity because it's a mix of different kind of people, Einstein. Meaning, when I say African peoples, your mind shouldn't go to a nappy-head Black person. Your mind should also go to a Caucasian, a Tunisian, a Libyan, an Algerian, or Moroccan, an Egyptian, and they're not nappy-head Black people. So all that great genetic diversity is just not about you nappy-head people. It's diverse because it's straight-haired people there. So when these niggas get to saying, well, the African and Egypt and all this old shit, that's a trick. People just need to start saying non-Black African. Or Black Africa, White Africa, as a juxtapose. Not white, technically. Thank you, Donnie, for that $2, man. I really, really, really appreciate it. Really do. Because North Africa, and here's another challenge nobody has answered. I said North Africa has never, ever been Black Africa. And I told people within 6,000 years up until now, you can't name one Black tribe ever who inhabited North Africa, as in they set up camp in their culture and people were born there. They went to an empty, barren land and they set up camp and their people and their culture was born there 6,000 years ago. So people had to take my argument outside of its scope and go outside of the 6,000 year period and talk about pre-dynastic Egypt, the Green Sahara. That's why these topics came up, because they could not answer the original question. So they took your ass back 10, 15, 20, 30, 100,000 years to muddy the waters. When they know goddamn well our context surrounds around who done all those achievements in ancient Egypt, like the Sphinx and the pyramid and shit like that, in the hieroglyphs. That's the crux of it. And that wasn't no black Africans like you. So they had to go outside of this 6,000 years to try to find some fucking kind of hope. Yeah. None of them Hebrew Israelites, none of these people who you think is deep Egyptologists or know Egypt well, neither one of these camps can tell you a black tribe or a Negroid people ever in North Africa, the Caucasus, the Levant, or West Asia. It wasn't your land and you were never, ever, ever, ever there. North Africa has never, ever, 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 ever been black Africa. And Chief X is the only one who told you that fucking truth. Reggie won't do it because he wants you to think it's black folk. Chief X is the only one that's... No, let me just clear it up. It's added on now. Chief X, Sheffrin, and Corey of the Pseudo Killers are the only three people who's going to be real with you guys and tell you the truth. Neptune said didn't know Egypt existed. He always say that. But it's true. West Africans had no idea it was even some pyramids sitting over there. West Africans in ancient time had no clue Egypt existed. Niggas didn't travel like that. People just think people was traveling and nope. If it was 200 years ago, right? Whoever's living in California have no idea 1 million people drowned in a hurricane in Florida. How the fuck we know? Ain't no radio. Ain't no news. Ain't no TV. People living in California don't know what the fuck is going on in Florida. If it's a hurricane, niggas drowning. It's no NASA that's giving you a warning and telling you to evacuate. Niggas was just dying. By the way, tell NASA thank you for developing this GPS system. These natural disaster warning systems. And saving y'all black ass lives and telling you to evacuate. A hurricane is coming. Tell them thanks. Why you hating? While you at it, tell the FDA thanks. Because 90% of the food in your cabinet is FDA approved. Tell the government agency, FDA, thank you for your service. For keeping us safe. Because without you, I'd probably be dead and poisoned by now. Because I would have ate some bad fucking bacteria-filled food that killed me. Tell these organizations thank you. You spoiled black American. When you use your GPS system to get back in here and fro from where you're going, did you say thank you to the people who developed that for you to make your life easier? B Money, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that. Yeah, exactly. People do not know how good they got it. This is why, like 90% of the conscious community talk to this pro-black, but they have never traveled, never been to Africa, and it's okay. I just went there recently. I mean, you know, so I'm not trying to say that. But my point is, I was always intelligent enough, and I traveled to some places to know that we here in America are spoiled. I don't care. You can go to Watts and Compton or the worst hoods, the worst black hoods in America don't even compare to some of these poverty-ridden areas in other countries. You niggas is living in heaven compared to some of these poverty places around the world. Baltimore, Detroit, I don't give a fuck where you go. Nigga, you get living good. Go to Africa and get a toothache. You know how painful a toothache is? Let 1 o'clock in the morning come and you don't have no pain medicine at home and you get a toothache. And see if you can reach a doctor the next day, a dentist the next day, to ease your pain. Nope. You spoiled. I'm out, y'all.